I'm going through at 36 years old. 36. I must be 37 in like a week. And I'm going, my wife can't even come in the room and say, nigga, I want to fuck you, make love to you, fuck me. She can't do it. She is not capable.
So maybe that's what she was saying at some certain chapters, though.
This is what he wants. He wants me to talk it out as far as saying, like, just like you just said. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't talk like that. You know what I'm saying?
It's not, look, your husband is not a mind reader. He does not have the mind of God. This is why communication is important. Okay? This is why communication is important. And if you don't want to communicate, you shouldn't be in a relationship. This is how it is. Okay? The male brain and the female brain are different. There's gender roles for a reason, and we are different down to the molecule. We are different. So when she's talking about this nonsense, oh, I don't have to talk. Yes, you do. You married this man. Okay? And unfortunately, you have women that think that you're supposed to read their mind, and they feel they don't have to do certain things in marriage. Like, you don't have to put any work into a marriage. And you wonder why your husband cheats and he divorces you. He's not going to put up with that. Two people got to work it out. And when it comes to sex, it's a two-party effort. It's a joint effort. So she's talking a lot of ish right here. It's sad to say in a lot of marriages, people who are unequally yoked get hooked up. They do. A lot of them do. Possibly more than people who are equally yoked. That's why there's a lot of broken homes. Unfortunately, hopefully it doesn't end up this way, but it seems like it's going to. And a lot of women, they married for provision. And there's nothing wrong for marrying a man that is willing to provide for you, but you have to be attracted to him to have sex too. And you can't be pulling this BS. Well, I don't feel like I could talk about this. I don't feel I should do this. Look, marriages work. Relationships are work. If you don't feel like doing it, then just be a pass-around girl. Just go off and have sex with different people. But don't be in a committed relationship with someone that you're not sexually attracted to.
That's a new word, count. I do too, but goddamn it applies.
So I don't that's not something on a normal basis that I do, right? I don't sit there and say all these words that he wants me to say. And so the stuff
Any man wants you to say.
What he did, like, I think we all got some stuff to do when we get settled tonight. I think that he wants you to communicate how he wants you to be like, baby, whip it together. Whip it out. Just whip it out.
I'll pull out every 2 inches of this motherfucker.
If he say
every 2 inches, I'll pull it out. I swear I will.
Whip it out. But then, there's going to be days where she's not going to say, whip it out. He's going to be like,
and I need to.
You need to just
flip
over, baby. We're going to massage his back.
I do that. But see, that thing got old because there's no reciprocity. You know what I'm saying?
Reciprocation.
Yeah, that works.
It's like tonight, just figure out, just ask one need from each other.
He was close. He was close to.
You know what? This is how we're gonna do this table talk. I feel like.
Cut the shit.
Yeah, cut the shit.
Raw.
So
straight raw.
Our resolution to y'all, and then you can
y'all ain't got
resolution. First of all,
you have a role play?
She can't even say, baby, make love to me. How the fuck we gonna role play?
But you have to understand, this is a resolution
for tonight.
To me. So that's a problem.
I'm not gonna lie.
Nah, I don't talk to my husband like we don't talk to each other like that.
Why not?
I don't expect that, bro.
That's a problem. That's a problem.
That's movie shit. I'm sorry. That's movie shit. People saying, baby, nah, I don't expect that.
This is how I
No, not baby, like baby. Like, nigga, take your pants off. I'm about to fuck shit out of you. Yeah, like I'm about to fuck shit out of you.
Nah, that's not how we talk to each other.
And it's a problem. Some things
that's not who I am. That's not who we are.
The thing is like, everybody's love style is different, and they should, I don't know how to say it, but some people they should go to a sex counselor, sex therapist, or a marriage counselor, because sometimes friends, it depends on the type of friends you have. They may not be the best people to go for advice. Now she's gonna bring in the porn. Now I'll agree, yeah, porn does damages the mind and it does damages relationships. But if you're not having sex with your husband, what is he gonna do? He's gonna go after you ain't pleasing him. He's gonna go and get his needs met somewhere else, either with porn or with another chick. So you gotta do your work. You gotta do your work. Oh, it's my body. I don't feel. Listen, when you get married, your body's really not yours anymore, and his body isn't his anymore. I remember watching an interview with this woman, and she was an athlete, and she says, I have sex with my husband even though I don't feel like it, and he has sex with me even when he doesn't feel like it. So there, there's a sacrifice there. There's an exchange. Okay, they're both willing to work even though they don't feel like working at the marriage, and that is something that's beautiful. But unfortunately, you have with some black folk like this, not all, but like this, there's always hooping and hopping, like, I don't feel like doing this, I don't feel like doing that. So really, you don't really want to work. You don't have any real discipline, and some women feel they don't have to do that, and the husband should just stay in that mess. That you really don't want to have sex with him. You're making all types of excuses. Okay, it's the porn. All right, tell him, all right, honey, please stop watching the porn, and I'll have sex with you. Okay, there's an exchange right there. There's an exchange. But you can't be like, I don't want you watching porn, but you're not having sex with him. What is that? This one-sided way of thinking of marriage or relationships. This is why people don't have relationships anymore. It's just sex.
Movies. This is what they do. This is exactly what they do. I've seen them. This is what they do.
You hear that? She used to watch porn.
Yeah, a long time ago, before I transitioned, I did. I sure did. Yes.
Everything's porn now. Everything's porn.
This is exactly what it is, and this is what's wrong with men and women today, especially marriages, porn. Because of the simple fact that men will get that stuff in their head to the point where they will cause that stuff to get in them, and then
Here's the thing: if she's with somebody that she's really attracted to, and that dude was doing all the stuff that was done in that porn, she would have no problem giving him sex, none. She wouldn't question, oh, where'd you learn that from? Oh, how'd you do it from the back like that? Or how are you grabbing me by the neck and making me give you, the vacuum god sex? How did you? She wouldn't be saying that because she would be attracted to him. The only reason why she's bringing this up because she's not really attracted to her husband. And to solve this problem, honey, okay, you watching porn disrespects me. Okay, honey, I'll stop. Can we please have sex? All right, because you're not giving me sex. Where am I going to go? It's common sense. But again, men and women are different. And I said, biologically, we are extremely different. Everything. And this is where conversations have to be said. I'm sorry. They're not, no conversation, the marriage deteriorates. There's no compromise, the marriage deteriorates.
they want to bring it off on their wife, not their girlfriend, not some tramp and not some hoe, but their wife. No, that's not how you do it. You get that stuff so deep in your head to the point where it got you wanting to do your wife the same thing, the same image that you seeing on the porn, you're doing to your wife, and your wife is not feeling you.
Why we watching porn, girl? Because we ain't get no pussy at home, that's why.
I'm not gonna lie though. I feel like if you're married, that's when y'all should be at your nastiest.
You feel me?
Like,
what is a nigga
because if you're in it for, if you're in it for
me, go
life,
cheat on her ass than watch porn. Because if what I'm getting at this point.
That's the thing. You're in it for life, right? For those of you who believe that, you're in it for life. Okay? That's what you're in it for. So who else are you supposed to be having sex with? That's the thing. Who else are you supposed to be having sex with? And a lot of people, and unfortunately you'll have, in this gynocentric society, the feminists, majority of women are feminists, will say that, yeah, porn is bad. Yeah, so the husband just got to stop watching it but you won't hear anything about the woman playing her part and being the wife and willingly give up sex. Just like he has to willingly give up sex for himself to his wife. They won't say that. Do this, and that's that. No fair exchange. No compromise. Just stop watching it. Why is he watching the porn? No sex in the marriage? Okay. Then it's easily to fix that. But she's going on a soapbox. Okay. So when you don't hear any solutions, you just say, the men are doing this, the men are doing that. But never like, okay, we need to start having sex with our husbands to get them off the porn. Tell them to go to counseling as well. Go to counseling together. If the porn is that bad, if he has a porn addiction. If he's serious about the marriage. But the thing is, a lot of women, when they get married, they feel that's it. That is it. They don't have to do nothing else. They've done the work, and that's that. And that's why you got to be careful who you marry. I can understand why some red pill and some MGTOW would be saying, I don't want to get married. Marriage is not worth the risk. The juice is not worth the squeeze. I understand that. I do. I do think marriage is great, but I also understand why they say because of the cost. The cost of, there's no fault divorce. So if she feels like leaving you, she can. And that's it.
See, my thing is,
That's not what I'm getting.
If you don't fuck me, what am I supposed to do?
What I'm getting is not to do it the same
What
way.
the fuck am I supposed to do if you ain't fucking me? You don't want me to watch porn? What you want me to do?
I didn't say not watch this. I said don't bring it to me.
But if he's not getting any, he's going to be watching it. So this is the thing. She's not compromising. She's not, okay, stop watching the porn and I'll give you sex. That's it. Like I said, don't bring it to me. This is the African American culture sometimes. With some women, the African American culture with women is like, don't bring it to me. I'm not having sex with you. If you're watching porn, but never like I just said, have that mentality, like compromise. Give up the porn. I give you sex. It's an exchange. This is how relationships work. It's an exchange. But a lot of women, and sometimes men, could be real selfish pricks when it comes to this. And I don't want to hear nothing you got to say. Just do as I say. That's it. You'll try to be on a soapbox and try to be righteous, but you don't understand what else you have to do. Perfect example. You have some, these women in the church, right? Oh, he's watching porn. It's of the devil. But are you going to give him sex? Crickets. If he gives up the porn, will you give him sex? Crickets. I don't have to do it that way. I don't feel like I have to talk. Ma'am, grow up. Now, unfortunately, you have, the pastors aren't going to really tell the truth, especially in black churches, because the black women are who keep his lights on, not only in the church, but in his place, and pay his kids college tuition. Sad but true. And another reason why the black church is a joke, as well as many churches in Western societies. The women are paying the pastor, and they control what comes out of his mouth. If he was a real man, he'd be like, listen, he give up the porn, give him the sex. That's it. Well, I'm going to walk out. Walk. That's how you handle things. That's how you deal with opposition.
Your wife is supposed to satisfy your needs, and you're supposed to satisfy her needs. I shouldn't even be wanting to watch no goddamn porn. I should be exhausted. Like, I ain't got no nothing to give porn. My wife took all the energy I got.
That's how it's supposed to be done. You see, us men, it's logical. And some women like this who act like a kid, this is how they feel that way. They feel they could do that because they feel entitled. I don't have to do shit for you. I can marry you and not have to have sex with you. And you have to deal with it. And if you dare cheat on me, you dare walk away, I will take half of everything you own.
But we got so much fucking energy because your wife won't fuck you at all. It goes to fucking porn. And then you get mad when we bring shit back in the bedroom.
Like
bring porn in the
I feel
bedroom.
like if you're
How the hell she know what I'm bringing? She ain't even watching the shit.
I feel like
You don't bring porn in the bedroom with you. You don't do that. That ain't how
Well,
you
if
do
you
your
can
wife.
bring your ass to the bedroom, that'd be nice.
That ain't how you do your
That'd be nice. Bring your ass to the
You don't
bedroom.
bring your
That'd be nice if you bring your ass to the bedroom.
I'm not finna sit here and watch
You don't do
porn
nothing.
and then do something.
But you don't do nothing.
No, I'm not
You don't
gonna
do shit.
Don't do that to me.
You don't do shit.
Don't do that to me.
You don't do shit.
Don't do that.
You don't do shit.
Don't even put that on me.
But you don't do shit.
I'm not that person.
You don't do shit.
And that's why. Because I'm tired of it. That's why. I'm tired of it. That's exactly why. I don't like it. I don't like this shit.
Man, what?
Damn, this is so sad to watch, man. This is so freaking sad to watch. She just sitting there just acting like a ignorant ass shit, man. This is just so sad. I mean, my heart goes out to men who are in sexless marriages. Yeah, I mean, you can put the alpha beta stuff if you want to, but the fact of the matter is, at the end of the day, she chose to marry this man. She chose to marry this man. I don't want to hear about alpha, beta, nothing. She chose to marry this man. Now, if he want, this is the thing. If it's about like him overweight, then he'll work out. Okay? And he'll get himself healthy and stop watching the porn. But you don't want to do nothing. And women will say, I don't feel like I have to do anything. I don't have to do nothing. She could sit there and be that way. And all you could do is just divorce. Because most men will cheat. Most men are like, I'm divorcing and that's it. And that's it, really. You can't, sad, man. Freaking sad.
Hey, man, bringing it raw every time, bro. This is what we gonna do, bro. Like, fuck sugarcoat shit, bro. That's what's wrong for real today, bro. Sugarcoat shit.
But let's
I think you
not.
have to work on your delivery.
But let's not. Let's keep it cool, calm, and collected.
That ain't what this show about. It's the
It's
raw.
not-
But you
It's
can
not about
be
raw.
but
It's
you
not
can
just
be
rawness.
cool,
Like,
calm, and collected, bro.
It's still
And
delivery.
No, because I'm hurting inside. Now, really, I'm bringing them.
The thing is like how this. All right, with the man, they want him to be stoic, self-controlled, and enduring. I get that. But the wife is not willing to compromise. Okay? Anything. With anything. Now what? And he has to put up with that day in and day out, day in and day out, day in and day out. I would have dipped, man. I would have dipped. Take the money you got in your account and just disappear. Disappear everything. That's it. Because you have to be careful who you marry as a man, because in this gynocentric society, you have no real rights. If he was with a woman that comes from a patriarchal household and appreciates men, he wouldn't be having these problems. She would say, honey, the porn offends me. Stop watching it. Cool. Go to counseling, and then they have sex again. That's it. But unfortunately, in the African American culture, this type of behavior is okay. This is okay. All right. Especially even in the black church, man. I mean, I could just picture myself if I was a pastor, I know I would not be in business long, because I'd be telling so much truth. I'd be telling so much what has to be done. I would be checking both of them, and they wouldn't like me. They wouldn't like me. That's it. They wouldn't like me. Because they don't want the truth. They want to hear lies. They want to hear that they are always right. This is why a lot of these women end up. And the thing is like a lot of these women who act that way, they don't end up with good men. They don't. They end up with men that are toxic. And another thing too, when a woman acts like this, she sets herself up to be a target. Because all you're saying is, I'll just tell you what you want to hear, and I'll be able to get the pussy. That's it. That is it. These women are such good prey because you don't want to hear, you don't like structure. You don't like hearing about compromise when it pertains to you, only the man. You don't want to hear about relationship is a two-way street and marriage is a two-way street. You leave yourself open to predators. Because predators, all they got to do is think, okay, I will tell you what you want to hear to get what I want. Versus hearing the truth, accepting it, and being able to have a healthy relationship with a healthy-minded man. This is why some men, they like feminism. You know why? Because it's easier to get the ass. Because all you got to do is just tell her what you want to hear. You get what you want and dip. I hope it works out. I really do, but something tells me it's not.
I'm shooting shit. I'm having a good time, but I'm hurt because I got somebody I've been with 15 years. Can't even say they love me.
But I feel you.
That shit hurts.
I feel you.
That shit hurts.
But still.
That shit fucking hurts. And then she got the nerve enough to have some fucking lame ass excuse like porn to explain to the people why fucking 13 fucking years you can't make love to your husband. And what other fucking pouncing shit, the other excuse you got? I got a
13 years? Yo, and this man has not cheated? Wow. What? He is not exploded. He is not raged. I give respect to this man.
suffer for 13 years because I bounce on you, because I watch porn. That's my penalty. That's my punishment in life.
No, don't bring that stuff to me.
You ain't got no fucking AIDS and no fucking children, no outside
Don't
children.
bring that stuff to me.
See, this is the problem.
That's what I'm
She ain't
saying.
never been in love with nobody else. See, I'm her first love. She don't know
and watch
what's
that
really
stuff
out there
and
waiting on
break
her.
it
And she think what I do is bad. You have no fucking idea what kind of niggas will do with your ass.
Okay.
If I wasn't a real one, I would have been cheated again. Yo, I would have cheated again.
Cheated again. Maybe that's the issue, man. Maybe that's the issue. But test it out. I hope he asks her, babe, how about we just compromise here? Give up the porn. We could have sex again. Hopefully ask that question and see what happens. Or if she's still like that, then maybe it's the fact that you cheated again. Maybe that's it. All right. Let me know what you think in the comments. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. How long would you hold out if your woman is not giving you sex? All right, later. Like, share, comment, and subscribe.